All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's make these babies cry.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's checking crack.
Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Evans. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brings up 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Pull it together. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 52, Mike 52. All day.
Go. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Let's get that ball right here. He's coming. It's free.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They started on the ground with Eckler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, Eckler. A big play here for the Bills. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Chance.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On second and a couple, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third down, Bridgewater. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A give, Eckler running to the right. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Herbert got an open man. It's Foster. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the double. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Run out, ready. Back. 6-6, pull it high. Lucky, 5.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
218, chop it. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, lock it. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Go.
Now Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Stop your whining.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Austin Eckler becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We own it.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. The Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 30 base. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. That's complete to John Ross.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Austin Eckler ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's got his man, Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Hey, stand up! Now!
Motion. Mike 52, Mike.
Look at me, zipper! No, check that. Dude.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Box drop.
52. So we got man.
The final shot before break. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Austin Eckler standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Austin Eckler, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Get it.
It's Eckler again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line. Pick up the ball.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. First target, first catch at a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. Down.
Off play action. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Austin Eckler, 39 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
1st down, Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check three. Slam. Yo, I got him. Back to mine. I got him. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike.
Throwing. Bridgewater. Airing one out for Boyd. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shoot! General West!
Begin.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
They'll run here with Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike 52. You.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Austin Eckler, 67 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go, D, let's go.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Mixon running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
To throw, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, go, go. 36, 36. Watch twist, watch.
Topper!
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On the give, this is Eckler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all play the good.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they